How many times do you hit a chip shot, or what percentage of the time do you hit a chip shot and you hit it like fat or thin?
I'd say like high, like 50% of the time.
Okay, so contact is a thing for you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's hit 2 to that third hole, and then I want to show you a couple things.
I'd say usually if I mess up a chip, it's not like because of like speed control or like accuracy. It's more about like contact.
Gotcha. Cool. It's right up my alley.
The back one, right? Third?
Let's go, yeah, third one. All right, good. Actually, that's good enough. So let's go over a couple things. I'm going to take a setup before I show you your videos. I want you to stand right over there by the net, or close to it. And I want you to stand straight over me. And I'm going to take a chipping setup, and I just want you to tell me what you see, whatever you notice. So here would be my, I'm going to just say I'm going to like that third hole. So just start talking out loud.
Feet are closer together, heels touching.
Good.
Your grip's a little ahead of the ball.
Okay.
Open face.
Good. Come on back from this side.
Leaned more over the ball.
Anything else?
Eyes above the ball.
Cool. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the couple things that I see from your set, you set up much more like this, which is kind of like square on.
Yeah.
Right, like so. Now in chipping, golf unfortunately is hard, and every skill piece is like you got to do different shit. Like your setup with your chipping has to be way different than full swing putting, everything else. If your contact was good all the time, I would maybe leave that alone. The problem is the way you're setting up presets your low point behind the ball, meaning you're gonna get fat and thin, depending on how you time it. You're athletic enough and you have good enough eye-hand coordination where you can get away with it, but it's harder. Compared to, I wanna do things in your setup to preset your low point more forward, so we hit it solid every single time first. Does that make sense in theory?
Yeah.
So how would I do that? Well, one, if I'm taking a setup to a chip shot, the only reason I wanna have my feet wide for any reason is for power. So I can shift pressure and hit it far. But on these, we're trying to be weak on purpose, right? No need for that. The farther my feet are apart, the more inconsistent my low point. So I'm gonna just eliminate that. I want your feet super close together. I would prefer heels almost touching, back foot square, front foot flared. Would be a preference, because it'll be easier to turn. But at minimum, I want your heels close together. Make sense? So that's one thing we're gonna do for that. Number two, when I take my normal setup, I don't wanna be setting with my body square to the ball like this. I want my upper body to be forward or shoulders open. That's another thing that presets my low point forward. Make sense?
Yeah.
Now the third thing you notice, so we're gonna go feet close, chest forward, shoulders open. I'm pretty darn close to the ball. Yeah? When you said about my eyes on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Compared to here with the handle low like this. This is gonna have some contact issues. This, with it a little more vertical, is gonna be a lot easier. Does that stuff make sense before we implement it?
Yeah.